Let's go live to entertainment reporter Dean McCarthy in LA. Welcome back to the show. Axl Rose from Guns N' Roses once asked for square melons. Seriously?
Yes. He certainly did. That's one of the wackiest and wildest requests out there. But here's the thing. These celebrities like to push the boundaries. They literally ask for whatever they can get, and they stop when they finally get a no, and that's when they know that they've actually hit the limit. That's when they know. So the bigger the star, the bigger the writer. That's what they say.
OK, and there's also some great stories going around that they just write all these things just to make sure they're being checked. So there'll be some weird thing on page 43. They just want to make sure it's all been written. Red, some really ridiculous requests. We saw some in that package there. How have writers changed in recent years?
Well, they've changed over the years because, you know, they used to be so obnoxious. Like Madonna, for example, she used to request that all toilets were replaced so that when she went to the bathroom, it was a fresh, brand new toilet. These days, it's not quite as obnoxious, but it is still very elevated and very expensive. Like, for example, Christina Aguilera requires a police escort to and from her performances. Justin Bieber requires a private jet on hand at all times, just in case he wants to take a quick flight. Justin Timberlake requires that all the hallways and elevators are empty when he walks anywhere. And then, of course, Beyonce and Jay-Z, this is priceless. They request their Ace of Spades champagne, which is, by the way, very, very expensive, and they have to have that on hand at all time. I actually saw Beyonce and Jay-Z bring Ace of Spades champagne into the Golden Globes. You're not allowed to buy it. It's not BYO. The Golden Globes is not BYO. They did it on their own. They brought their own rider to the Golden Globes. That's when you know you're fabulous.
Wow.
Let's get some of the musicians currently touring, starting, of course, with Taylor Swift. What could we expect to see in her dressing room? Do we know?
Yes, we do. So she used to be really humble and chill. She used to have edamame and some water and some snacks. Now she's gone to another level. There is, of course, Red Bull. There is, she wants macaroni and cheese. And then by 11 a.m. every single day of her tour, she has to have a Starbucks iced Americano with like one of these like long orders delivered to her room before 11 a.m. You know, because when you're Taylor Swift, you can. I also heard that she likes to have her chauffeured cars be very, like, subtle. So she, like, prefers silver SUVs, like four-wheel drive, so that, like, no one really knows it's her. And there's sometimes a decoy car as well. So when you're Taylor Swift, you get your very own Starbucks at 11 a.m. and a decoy car as a side.
Yeah, OK. What about the Jonas Brothers? They're also about to touch down in Australia. Do the siblings have sort of similar wants and needs when it comes to their writer requests?
Theirs is pretty cool as well. So they're typical dudes. They want some vodka, they want some chewing gum, they want some things. But Joe Jonas has actually said he wants 12 puppies. I'm not even kidding. You can't even make that up. So when they go on tour, they will often, they will often find puppies in their dressing room as they go on tour. They're mega stars, so they can ask for pretty much whatever they want. But puppies, that's a new one.
Does make for a cute Insta shot. American icons, Blink 182, down under for the first time in almost a decade. What's on this rider?
Yeah, their rider's actually not too wild. It's kind of like typical. They want fruit juices, they want deli meats, they want chicken, they want ham, they want turkey. But Australia actually got a cool shout out in their rider. They want red wine, and it has to be Australian red wine or South African red wine. But Australian red wine actually made the hit list, which I think is very cool for rock stars. Like, we made it. Wine connoisseurs, apparently.
Like a Penfolds Grange, or yes?
Yeah, like the good stuff.
Something accessible. Ed Sheeran's dressing room requests led to some very happy fans. What's that story?
Yeah, he did actually. Penfolds is the topic. So here's what happened. So Ed Sheeran was in Australia and when he was touring last, and one of his requests is a Penfolds red wine, a very specific rare type, okay? They couldn't find it anywhere, so they contacted, like, the wine distributor. They found this red wine, okay? They had it delivered to him in Brisbane. Ed found out about all the trouble they went to and all the people that worked their magic to get the wine, and he gave all of them and their families tickets to his Brisbane show. That's because he's a legend. He's just an absolute legend.
Can I just say, they're quite boring, the stuff we've just run through, right? What about like 20, 30, 40 years ago where you'd want 4 Cirque du Soleil acrobats in your change room?
And an alpaca.
An alpaca, a mountain lion and an inflatable spa. A goat's pushing it.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, who are you requesting a goat in your change room? Anyway, great fun. Thanks for chatting us through all that.
Pleasure.
That's good, huh?